Oh, Microsoft is on life support with that Xbox One. They back in the game. I told you fanboys from the PS3 it was gonna happen. You know, it is what it is. Sony was winning that E3 and Microsoft had to respond. People are saying things like, well, they're only doing it for the money. Well, duh. And they're doing what makes their consumers happy. About time, right? So we all know the situation with the DRM. Before we get into that, you know I'm on that favorite map of mine, Carrier. Got that Warhawk, that Sentry, that Lightning Strikes, FAL. You know how we do. I was playing with some different fellas and we was kind of getting raped. And I was ready to quit playing with them, but I just got that Rocky beat drop and I went ham. But anyways, I think I went 31-1 on this map. But yeah, you see what happened with Microsoft and the DRM situation. We all the the Xbox, aka TV Sports, Call of Duty got a dog. Like you can't box, can't share games with your friends, can't turn the Connect off, can't play offline. All those silly restrictions. Now they're saying most of those issues are gone now, but of course with no good deed goes unpunished. So what do we sacrifice? We sacrificed not being able to have one account for the whole family, which seems like a good idea, but let's be realistic. That's more for the TV sports kind of people who play in the 60 Xbox One. Most of the hardcore true gamers, I mean, it would be cool to be able to have a different account for Call of Duty. Maybe you trash one and you want to have a different account. Yes, that sounds appealing, but that's really not appealing to the true hardcore gamer. That's appealing to the dad box, the family orient thing going on there. So we give that up, and people are kind of upset about that, but I don't care. Being able to not play your games without the disc is another thing, which, again, to me, I'd rather get rid of the restrictions than those things. To me, those don't benefit me more. But yeah. So Microsoft, they got rid of the DRM situations, and this is the problem. Like I wasn't for any of those things. I don't really care. Some people are, but let's be realistic. Microsoft did a horrible job marketing their product. You see Major Nelson. You seen the one dude talking about if you want to play offline, get a 360. Like that's terrible. Now they're doing damage control and they're doing what the consumers ask. But is it enough for people to hop back on a bandwagon? I know a lot of people are still looking at that $100 price point. A lot of people are still confused about whether or not this Connect is always on or not. Why not give us a box without the Connect? You know what I'm saying? And even that price out, and we'll really be in the game. But this is standard. It's competition, baby. It's the beauty of it. They were probably getting out so crazy with them pre-orders, and again, that $500 being spied on, the DRM situation, all that was a bit too much to be going into the next gen when the economy is still not all that good. They say the recession's over, but people are still getting laid off and whatnot and what have you. And that $100 difference makes a big difference. But I guess you could say I might go put that 25 down on Best Buy for that X1 now. They saying that you could cut off the Connect with software, but we gotta look more into that situation. But I'm glad they responded. They did what they had to do. Again, people are butthurt talking about they're only doing it for the money, and they're doing it for the money, obviously. But that's what the fans want. And the thing is too, which is kind of trash, is what shows you how they suck at marketing their product. Is they could have kept some of those features and kept them going in. The whole check-in thing was supposed to be to make sure you're playing with legit copies and stuff. And I get that. But, I don't know. Like people want to go play in a basement. They want to go to their boy's house. They want to go visit their grandma who doesn't have internet. And they can't even play their game. That's not cool. Then you got to look at the military people. A lot of boys overseas and they don't always have a connection. So why would you get that Xbox One when that PS3 will be lovely online? It just don't make any sense. So I'm glad they came to their senses on these situations. It's bad enough they're redoing the whole next gen headset thing, which is one of my issues for both systems. But it looks like for the PS3, you might just use an adapter, and you'll still be able to use next current gen headsets. But they're trying to dominate the world too. It ain't like they're just doing these things for themselves. They're trying to make that buck, and they took a risk, but they did a bad job of marketing their product, man. They didn't show you how innovative or great this was to the future of gaming by having you be able to not need the physical disc anymore. They didn't do a good job. Instead of being at E3 with the TV sports, they should have been focusing on those things, not as a, telling people like a punishment, or saying you spent $500 on a product and a couple $100 between some games and extra controllers, and telling them, well, you're gonna be limited to certain things you can and cannot do. But anyways, I'm glad that MS came to their senses. They had to do damage control. They put their foot in their mouths way too many times. The consumers responded, and so far we got what we wanted. Now we just figure out what's up with removing this Kinect, because I have no interest in using it, and we'll see what's popping. But it's still a TV sports box, but it's without all the restrictions. But who knows? They could probably at some later date and time flip it on us, just like they flipped it off. So we'll wait. Get the popcorn ready. The war's not over. Let's go.